2007, mythologist Daniel Deardorff and suicidologist Frederick Madison started a 3-year conversation exploring the common ground between Deardorff's work in mythology and Madison's work with over 16,000 suicidal inpatients on the mental health unit of a major public hospital over a 25-year period. Out of those dialogues, Deardorff wrote an essay to present an understanding of Madison's therapeutic method, CONTEXTUAL-CONCEPTUAL THERAPY, portrayed through the images and ideas of Deardorff's work in associative mythology. A film was made capturing Deardorff's reading of the account of what they learned. The reading was given before a small gathering of invited guests who assembled around a fire in Deardorff's story hut at his home in Port Townsend, Washington. The following 2-minute preview presents selected excerpts from that film.
The truly remarkable discovery that Madison has made is that the suicidal person is struggling in what he terms a bifurcated state. The duality, the either-or sense of the bifurcation triggers an over-literalizing rigidity, a one-sidedness, which, according to Madison, must be destabilized. Suicidal people often use metaphorical language to describe their situation. They inevitably speak in terms of being lost, trapped, or stuck, and of feeling emotionally invisible. They describe a state of feeling here but not here, as if always in a state of separation, unquote. Presented with a suicidal person, the immediate and urgent mandate of the medical establishment is to get the patient stabilized. To most of us, this prescription makes sense. It follows our natural instincts. We want to calm them down, to get them back to normal. And yet Madison insists this is wrong. They need to be destabilized. Paradoxically, what appears as instability is actually a kind of stubborn thought pattern which is so concrete and literal, so stable, that it must be broken down with challenging and welcoming. It is not that there's no such thing as mental illness. Rather, there are behaviors we don't understand. The longing for extraordinary experience is hard to explain. As described by a man who attempted suicide and survived. I wish I could take people to the point where I was at in suicide without actually having to go attempt it. It's amazing. I don't fear a lot of the things I used to fear. If I could figure out how to take people to that point without having to commit the suicide, I mean, it's amazing what's out there. The intention of Rick's work, our intention is to help the suicidal person reopen an intrapersonal dialogue between themselves and what is calling to them, so that they can receive the secret messages from themselves. Because the suicidal person is on the front lines of the modern dilemma, I believe Madison's work is of the greatest importance for us all. CCT helps people cultivate the ability to turn the double bind into lived paradox, the creative tension between self and soul. Recently, working with Madison, a suicidal person made this connection. I want to die is a metaphor for I want to live.